The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Looney Labs. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the daughter.
Megan, what are we playing today?
We are going to play Mystery Fluxx. This is from Looney Labs.
Yes, this is the latest version of Fluxx. And anything you can think of with like a mystery game like Clue or movies or TV, those are going to be in here.
Yeah.
So let's just get it to the table and check it out.
Okay.
Megan, have you ever heard the expression, the game is afoot?
Yes.
Well, this one is going to be a game as a hand, because we're going to have a hand of cards.
Oh, you're going to say the game is a flux and keep with like the F's.
Oh, well, that actually
you know,
sounds better.
Yeah, that sounds better.
I was trying to make a dad jokes. All right, so this is Mystery Fluxx. Mystery Fluxx plays like a lot of the other Fluxx. However, we have some special cards.
Yes.
So first off is we have a meta rule that says this card begins at the bottom of the draw pile, and it's the final act. Elimination is permanent. New players may no longer jump in. New suspects can no longer be added to the story, because basically the gist of this one is we have weapons, we have different things that are all, all the mystery tropes.
Yeah.
Investigators, like Sherlock Holmes and even the Scooby Gang.
Scooby Gangs, but we can't say Scoobies because copyright.
Yeah. The other special cards that we have is we have secrets. There's actually 3 of these.
Yes.
The murderer is me. So when those come up, we'll talk more about those. And then we also have some creepers, which this one always cracks me up. The dead body. You cannot win if you have this card unless the goal says otherwise. And of course, a lot of these goals deal with the dead body.
Yeah.
So that's going to come in quite a bit. And then finally, the thing I really like about this set are the danger cards. And there's a whole bunch of these. But you see, you've got the falcon there. It says, you've been smashed with a statuette. If someone has the priceless statuette in play, that player is eliminated. Megan, what happens when a player is eliminated?
So you discard your entire hand. Eliminated players must wait until all other players have completed a turn before jumping back into the game. Players may re-enter the game as many times as they wish until the final act meta rule goes into effect. If an eliminated player is seeking to rejoin as the deck runs out, they can only do so if they are able to draw at least one card before the deck is shuffled. Now, for a 2-player version, if this started as a 2-player game, which we will be doing here, dangers work a little differently. Until the final act, you do not win by eliminating the other player. Instead, they can jump back in as soon as they've discarded their stuff. So the only way one of us can win is if we have the goals, just like in any others. But if I knock you out, it doesn't mean I automatically win until that final act comes up.
Yeah. The rest of the game plays just like normal Fluxx. You're going to follow the rules. We're going to start the game off with a hand of 3 cards and the basic rules, which is draw 1 and play 1. Of course, we're going to have different, draw 2, play 3, draw 4, play all, that sort of thing.
I hate those cards.
We're going to have actions. We're going to have, I think, some surprise cards in there. So let's shuffle up and get ready to play.
Okay, so we've got our meta roll card on the bottom.
Megan, would you like to go first?
You know what? I'm going to let you go first because the last couple games we've played of this, I've always won. So I'm going to let you go first.
Wow.
Probably going to have the curse of the camera now, though.
Yeah, it happens. All right, I'm drawing 1 and I'm playing 1. Let's see. So we're going to put down the Maltese Falcon as the goal. The trench coat wearing private investigator, which is Bogey, and the priceless statuette, which is the Maltese Falcon, if you're familiar with that Humphrey Bogart movie.
We're going to change that, make it a crime scene. So splattered blood and the dead body.
Some graphic stuff to this.
Cartoon graphic, it's okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and change that one. And we're going to have, it's Elementary, Dear Watson, the detective sidekick, and Sherlock Holmes.
If people get that reference, that would be cool.
Yeah, if you know what that sidekick reference is,
such a good underrated
put a note
movie.
in the comments.
Blown to smithereens, so the dead body and the time bomb.
All we're doing is going through
I
goals.
know, yeah.
All right. Strangers on a train, the mysterious stranger and the train.
Okay. Well, the only thing I can do is a surprise. Cancel plans. Discard a goal that another player has played. All other players must discard a goal or a random card from their hand.
A random card from my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll let you pick. All right.
Okay.
Still drawing one and playing one.
Mm-hmm.
Jacuz. I like this. Name another player. Megan.
I thought you were saying Jakku, like Star Wars.
Oh.
I was like, what?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Why does everybody keep going to
I
Jakku?
was like, what are we doing?
If that player is holding any secrets, that player must play them immediately. No secrets.
No secrets here.
However, if you are wrong, which must be proven by the other player showing you their hand, then that player gets to draw an extra card. You hit 2 dangers. I didn't see exactly what dangers those were.
Yep.
Intentional, huh?
Got a keeper finally. We have the Great Hall, which looks a lot like the Titanic staircase.
It does. Worst dinner party ever. The dining room and poison.
That would kind of suck. Mystery play. I like this new rule. Once during your turn, you may take the top card from the draw pile and play it immediately. So, ooh, trade hands. Alright, what do you have here? Ooh. You have a circle. Okay.
Did you do the mystery?
Yeah, that's what my mystery was.
Oh.
I drew the mystery, played it, and then
Gotcha.
the mystery was the trade hands. Because you have to do it immediately.
Yeah, that's a free action. It could be any time during my turn, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do it now.
Okay.
Oh, no, I have the gun. This is not good. Because I know what you have in your hand.
Yeah.
So we're going to trash a new rule. And we're going to trash that.
Wait. You were eliminated. If the card leaves your hand for any reason, it left your hand and became my hand.
That is true.
So you were revealed as the statuette thief.
All right.
Placed it.
So I lose all my cards.
You lose all your cards.
And my keepers.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that. Either way, you were going to eliminate me. It kind of saved
you, yeah.
Because you got the danger for the pistol.
And the gun. Yeah.
All right.
But I have a trench coat wearing private detective. Investigate.
All right. Since I'm coming back in, I will draw a hand of 3 cards.
Yep.
And still only playing 1.
I do want to note on the investigator keepers, they have this little magnifying glass here, so that can also be like a win condition.
Yeah, they do that in a lot of other Fluxx games too.
Impact a goal or new rule or anything.
Okay.
But just making note of that.
We're going to change that goal to plenty of proof. Any 2, the incriminating note, splatter blood, or fingerprints.
I've got a tin of red herring. Yummy. Fish.
I don't think I drew a card last time. Because I should
yeah,
have had
you would
another
have.
card.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Let's do a hand limit of 3.
Okay. Change the goal. You need 3 investigators.
We're going to change that to where's the conservatory? Any 3. The dining room. Oh, you have the
I have the Great Hall.
The study, bedroom, great hall, or kitchen.
So any of the room locations. Which I like those.
Any 3 of those.
Yep. So I'm kind of in a conundrum because I know the gun's already out of play and I can't play this because it says if someone has it in play, they're eliminated. And you can't just simply discard a card. You have to play something. So I guess I'm going to reveal I was the murderer. So, yeah.
Let's do a rules reset. Reset to the basic rules.
Okay. There's my hand.
All right, you're jumping back in.
Jump back in, got my hand of 3. And I've got the garden.
We're going to change that. The dinner is served, the dining room, and the butler.
Alright. I have Teenage Detectives.
Scooby Gang.
Well, I think it's funny because I think this one's supposed to be like the Scoobies because it's like a combination of like Fred, Daphne, and Velma. And I think this is supposed to be like Nancy Drew, and that's supposed to be like a Hardy Boy. Since it's a vague teenage detective.
Gotcha.
I think they're covering all the bases there.
That sounds perfect.
That's what I think they're doing.
I have Poison.
That's nice. Got a dead body.
So yeah, when you get a creeper, you have to play it immediately and you can draw back up.
Yep.
That does not count towards your play.
Does not. But I have a cool old lady who solves crimes.
I have the Mysterious Stranger.
Alright, I've got a baseball bat.
Too bad it's not a cricket bat.
It's not
It'd be like Shaun of the Dead.
No.
Okay.
This isn't involving zombies.
We're going to do a draw 5, but since I've already drawn 1, I'm going to draw 4 more.
I hate this. I hate when it's so disproportionate. If like you just get a deck of cards in your hand and then you're only playing one.
Well, I was still only playing 1, and that was my 1
I
play.
know. That like drives me insane. That's why I always try to do rule refresh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Goodness.
Draw 5, play 1.
I'm gonna play 4. Make it a little bit more even. Okay, so that was my 1. I'm going to steal your poison. Put that in front of me. So that was 2. 3. And 4.
Okay, so I'm drawing 3, playing 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so play the study for 1. I'll play the bedroom for 2. I'll play the rope for 3.
Okay.
And let's see. I think I'll poison you for 4.
Okay.
So yeah, so you've been poisoned. If someone has poison in play, which was you, that player is eliminated. Right. Well, the good thing is you can stick it back in.
Yeah.
That was my play 4.
So here's my 3 for my new hand. And then here's my draw 3 for this. So search warrant. Player of your choice must allow you to look at the cards in their hand. Okay. So that was 1. Let's do 2, 3, 4.
So the butler and incriminating evidence. The butler did it. Oh, we've seen the butler.
Butler didn't do it though in our escape room that we did.
All right, I'm drawing 3. 1, 2, and 3, and I'm playing 4.
Yep.
So I'm going to play Fingerprints and Sherlock Holmes for 2. For my 3rd, I'm going to draw 2 and use them.
Okay.
Which, it is change that to draw 2 or play 2, sorry.
Play 2.
And draw 4. So
Okay.
I have 1 left.
1 left.
1 left. Let's go ahead and do some herring. Because I know the red herring's already.
Yep. 2, 3, 4. Play 2. Okay. Well, we're gonna replace that to at least a draw 2, so it's even.
So you're playing 1 more.
Let's do new rule, just 1 more thing. After turn event. If at the end of your turn you have any investigators in play, draw an extra card before complying with any hand limit. Your turn then ends immediately.
Just 1 more thing. That's a Columbo thing, yeah. So you're good?
I'm good.
So I'm drawing 2 and playing 2.
Yep.
1, 2. Oh man, get rid of that. I'm playing the butler. And let's go ahead and let's change. Quick, dig a grave.
Ooh.
The dead body and the shovel.
Lovely.
And then this is, if I have an investigator in play,
What you do?
I draw 1.
Yes.
Do I get to play it?
Yes. Draw an extra card. No, before complying with your hand limit.
Okay.
So then you draw that, and then you can go down.
All right, I'm good.
Yep. Draw 2. Draw 3. Play 2 of them. Okay. Draw 3 extra cards. 1, 2.
You know, it seems like whenever we film Fluxx games, they go by really quick. This one's actually
going long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll play that one. So that was the part of the draw 2. Play 3. So I still got one more play. I have an incriminating note. And I do not have a detective. So.
All right. Drawing 2. Playing 2. We're going to change that to tied up in the bedroom, which is the bedroom and the rope.
Yep, you got it.
Which was good because I drew the
rope.
You've been choked.
Oh no.
I also had you've been stabbed and you've been smashed with a statuette.
Wow.
Alrighty.
I told you I'd lose on camera.
So I think I get a Maltese Falcon trophy.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've been stealing your lunch and you didn't know about it, so.
Oh, no wonder I was hungry.
This is your first game of Mystery Fluxx. You won.
It is.
Yay.
Megan and I played 3 games of this the other night, and she easily beat me all 3 games.
I did, yes.
But yeah, I really enjoy this one. You know, quite a bit. I like the dangers.
I do too.
And I think
it makes the game go longer.
Yeah, and I think that if you have more players than just 2 of us, I think these are really you're gonna see these flying a lot. And then having that the player elimination, because in more than 2 players, whenever all the other players have been eliminated, then you're the last one standing, you win.
Yeah. I do like this creeper, the time bomb, so it goes back and forth because you're like passing it like hot potato.
Yeah, I like that one. When a new goal is played, if nobody wins, nobody immediately wins. Move this card in the counter turn direction. You cannot win if you have this card unless the goal states otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, here we've got creeper of splattered blood.
Yeah, some of these are kind of on the graphic side.
Kind of dark. I mean, this one's a nice goal. I mean, they obviously, you know, take stuff from the famous detective stories.
Express,
so yeah, it's cool. There was the falcon, very bottom there. But yeah, no, I mean, I really like this one. I think that's your favorite card, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the night.
The art's really cool.
ones.
I like the rooms. I think that's a fun thing. It's very Clue, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of things with Clue because you've got, you know, the rope.
The rope in the bedroom. The butler did it, you know, like things like that.
We don't have a candlestick. You know, we
There's
don't
not
have
a
all.
candlestick.
We don't have all of those. So what do we have? So I did want to point out there was one card. Is it still in there? Where's the knife?
Oh yeah, it's a big old knife.
Yeah, so we were on vacation playing this, and we actually had a suite. And Megan was going through the
I was
cabinets.
just being nosy, looking through. I was like, okay,
and there was
to give us a huge knife.
There was a knife that was like this, and it was
It
huge.
was huge, and I was like, good thing we didn't have any little kids in this like room, because I was like, that was not protected. Just open the drawer, and there's a huge knife.
But you know, I like the fact that we have Sherlock Holmes. Where is the where's the Bogart character with
he
the
was
trench
discarded
coat?
early. I had him as a keeper, so he was early.
Yeah. I like this one. The police detective with a deadpan voice. That was kind of funny. Yeah, the location ones look pretty cool. Like there's the garden.
Yeah.
That looks neat.
Yeah, kitchen, dining
There's that
room,
one that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
The teenage detectives. The old lady that solves crimes.
I like her. Is that supposed to be
Probably
Mrs. Potts? What's
yeah.
that? Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury Murder, She Wrote. There we go. There's Bogey. There, the trench coat wearing private investigator. There's that grand staircase you showed off, which I do agree. It's like
very
the
Titanic
thing. But yeah, I mean, there's the weapon, there's the gun, and it's a smoking gun too. Did you notice that?
I
did. That was cool. But yeah, these there's everything that you kind of have associated with the great mysteries,
Mhm.
you know, both of television and film. These kind of try to incorporate a lot of
Books,
that.
yeah, all the stories.
I didn't count, like I said, we had mystery or the Murder on the Orient Express
Yeah.
was a goal.
Yeah, like your Maltese Falcon is a goal.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, there's the Dragnet one, just the facts, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Never bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, I like
stuff
that one a
that.
lot. This is my favorite titled one. Quick, dig a grave.
No, I like that one. I'll get the door. Butler's just like, get out.
Yeah, that's funny.
This is funny. I mean, I think that's like the fun of like all these Fluxxes. There's always kind of something that's gonna make you chuckle when you look at these cards. But no, I really enjoy this one. I would like to play this one with a higher player count, so you can start knocking out people. And that's kind of the different aspect to this Fluxx that I really like.
Yeah, this is one of my more of my favorite Fluxxes.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Because I do like how, you know, like I said, the dangers interact.
Mm-hmm.
Having more players, I think, would make this fun. But it's still good at a 2-player count, like most Fluxxes are, I think.
Yeah. No, it's still a 2-player, you know, easy to play 2 players. I like that they do have the variant, so you can just like knock someone out and then you win.
So they've been including solo rules. How do you play this one solo? Because I didn't even look at that.
You set aside the final act, detective bonuses, certain action cards. No surprises, no secrets, because you can't, like, you know, be the murderer yourself, I guess. Shuffle both deck, or separate new rules into their own deck. Shuffle both decks, replace the rules stacks to the left with basic rules, and the non-rules to the right. Deal yourself 3 cards from the main deck. Take your turn by drawing from the main deck and playing from your hand. Alternate your turn with drawing 1 card from the rules deck and putting it in play. Max of 4 rules and play at a time. 1 each of a draw, play, limit, and other. Comply with any new rule limits before taking your next turn. Anytime you meet the conditions of the current goal, move that goal to the scored pile and discard all keepers and creepers required by the goal. Game ends as soon as the deck runs out, or you add your score total number of goals collected. So yeah.
So I did want to kind of show off the dangers a little bit more, because I think these are pretty funny. And like I said, this is what I really like the most about the game. So it looks like we have 8. So you've been smashed with a statuette. So if you've got that in play, you've been battered, you've been poisoned, you've been shot, you've been choked, you've been stabbed. The body is you, and you've been shoveled. Which I just, like I said, I think those are really funny. Which, again, to me, that's what makes this a really good version of Fluxx. So I'm giving this one 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
So that is Mystery Fluxx from Looney Labs. There you go. We got the guy in the door. And we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, click that like and subscribe button. You can also follow us on social media like Facebook
and Twitter at DadBeDaughter.
And if you like what we do and you want to support us, you can visit our Patreon page. So thanks for watching.
Thanks.